How old do you think this woman is? 35? 40? Or maybe 45 years old? Meet this incredible woman named Kim Sunok. Looking at her gorgeous figure, it's hard to believe, but in a few months she will be 60 years old. She breaks all the stereotypes about how you can look and feel in old age. But how did she manage to achieve such incredible results? What kind of diet does she follow? How does he train? Today, we will answer all these questions and tell you in detail about all the secrets of this incredible woman's youth. Therefore, watch this video to the end. It will be very interesting and useful. So, let's get started. Let's start with the base, without which everything else just doesn't work. Movement and physical activity. Kim regularly does sports and goes to the gym, but it's not that she keeps fit for the sake of the photo. Physical activity is the foundation upon which everything else rests. With age, the body naturally begins to lose muscle mass. This process is called sarcopenia, and it is directly related to the deterioration of metabolism, decreased energy, and even accelerated skin aging. Muscles aren't just about strength or appearance. It is a huge metabolic organ that regulates hormones, blood sugar levels, and even inflammatory processes. When a person trains, he literally gives the body a signal. We are still using this resource. We do not need to write it off. In response, the body begins to adapt. Blood circulation increases, the functioning of the cardiovascular system improves, and insulin sensitivity increases. But the most interesting thing is the effect on energy levels. People often think that you need to have energy to go to the gym. In fact, the opposite is true. Energy comes from movement. Kim looks cheerful, not because she's lucky, but because her body is used to working, not saving resources. In addition, physical activity directly affects the quality of the skin. Improved blood circulation means that the skin receives more oxygen and nutrients. This gives the same vibrant complexion that cannot be imitated with cosmetics. Now about skincare. And no, this is not a magic cream for €1,000. Kim uses facial care as a support tool, not as a life-saving operation. And this is a fundamentally different approach. Most people think about the skin when there are already pronounced signs of aging. She's ahead of the curve. The skin is exposed to an aggressive environment on a daily basis. Ultraviolet light, pollution, temperature fluctuations, all this destroys collagen and accelerates the appearance of wrinkles. Proper care is the way to reduce this damage. For example, regular hydration helps maintain the skin's protective barrier. When it is in order, the skin loses less moisture, recovers faster, and looks more dense. And density is the key to a youthful appearance. A separate topic is protection from the sun. Ultraviolet radiation is one of the main factors of premature aging, and this is not a horror story, but a fact. Up to 80% of visible age-related skin changes are associated with sun exposure. Therefore, people who ignore SPF literally accelerate the aging process with their own hands. But the main thing is consistency. Not just one cream solves the problem, but regular care that has been working for years. Kim doesn't fix the skin, she doesn't let it break down. Now the power supply. That's the boring topic that everyone wants to get around, but which solves half of the problems. Nutrition is the basis of the internal state of the body, and it largely determines how a person will look in 10 to 20 years. Kim adheres to a healthy diet. This means that her body regularly receives the necessary substances for recovery and protection. Antioxidants, vitamins, healthy fats, all this reduces the level of oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is a process in which cells are damaged by free radicals. It is directly related to aging. The higher this level, the faster the body wears out. Proper nutrition helps to keep this process under control. The cells retain their structure longer, the skin loses elasticity more slowly, and the energy level remains stable. And another important point is the blood sugar level. Sudden spikes in glucose accelerate the glycation process, which damages proteins, including collagen. The result is a loss of skin elasticity and accelerated appearance of wrinkles. Simply put, nutrition affects not only weight, but also the rate of aging. Now to the factor that is usually underestimated: emotional state and environment. Kim runs a blog and actively shares her life, including her large family consisting of a son, daughter, and husband, and they all lead a healthy lifestyle. And it's not just a pretty picture. This is an indicator that she has a stable emotional base. A person who lives in constant stress ages faster. This is not a metaphor. Stress increases the level of cortisol, which destroys tissues, impairs sleep, reduces immunity, and affects the appearance of the skin. But now it's the other way around. Stable, warm relationships give you a sense of security. This reduces stress levels, normalizes hormones, and improves the overall condition of the body. People who have support are more likely to look softer, calmer, and younger. And this is not because they are happy, but because their body does not live in a constant threat mode. And finally, the style and appearance. Kim is not trying to dress according to age in the classical sense. She chooses modern clothes, follows the trends, and allows herself to look relevant. And here the psychological effect is included. When a person dresses modernly, he automatically begins to behave differently. Gait, posture, and facial expressions change. These are subtle things, but they form the overall impression. Style is not just about clothes. It's a way of communicating with the world, and when a person chooses to be in the present rather than stuck in the past, it affects everything from behavior to appearance. The result is a rather inconvenient conclusion. Kim Sunok doesn't have any secret that you can buy or copy in a week. She just does basic things, but she does them consistently and consciously. Movement, skincare, nutrition, emotional health, style. Individually, it looks like banal advice, but in the system, this turns into a completely different result. And that's where the fun begins. Because most people know these principles, but knowing doesn't change anything. It only changes the repetition. Age is not just a number, it's a reflection of how a person lives their life. And looking at Kim, it becomes obvious. You can follow the standard scenario, or you can think a little and choose a different route. It's more complicated, longer, and it requires discipline. But the result looks like it's just luck and genetics, but today we found out that this is not the case at all. Friends, what do you think about this woman? Write your opinion in the comments. If this video was useful to you, then please like it and share the link with someone who might find it particularly useful.